What produces compound interest in your personal development? Good habits. Stay tuned. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, we inspire. And I was looking at an article by a gentleman named Lucas Schweckendijk. Hope I pronounced that correctly. The title of the article is, What are the highest compounding life habits? 7 habits that yield exponentially results. Now, I agree with the habits, not necessarily his little explanation on those, but let's go over that because I thought it was a very worthwhile article. And keep in mind, what happens as you're developing good habits is you become better and better and better and become more of an expert, and then all of a sudden you're over the top. Everything compounds. You know, it's like that story, which would you rather have? A penny that compounds every day for 30 days or $1 million? All right, most people would take the $1 million. Go for the penny that compounds every single day for 30 days. You'll make much more money. Let's go over these habits. All right, first one. Once again, big shout out to Lucas Schweckendijk. First habit, working on everything you want 1 hour a day. Okay, find a skill that you want to pursue and pursue it. Dedicate a certain block of time every single day to what you're going to do. If you're a writer, sit down and write every day for a block of time. If you're a basketball player, go out and shoot hoops. That's what I did, all right? Every single day while everybody else was out having a great time. Yeah, I missed a little bit in high school, all right? I was at the gym working on my left hand, working on being able to tip the ball, working on my dribbling skills. Unfortunately, I should have worked more on my shooting, but that's another story. The point is, find a skill that is going to help you to advance to your burning desire, and work on it every single day for a certain block of time. He suggests an hour. It can be half an hour. It can be 2 hours. It depends upon your schedule. And one of the things is, once again, you know, while you're making do, while you're working, you know, at IHOP making money, if you want to become a welder, then find a skill that a welder does and figure out something that you can do every day. So when you walk into, you know, and apply for a job as a welder, you have some skills. Does that make sense? Fair enough. Second thing, producing things now. The author writes, Lucas writes, if you're not producing anything, start to. Write a blog, produce YouTube videos, or make a program. Okay, let's be simpler than that. Before I started this very channel, I had a concept that I was going to develop some ideas for my son Eli, blueprints for my son Eli, so that, you know, if I wasn't here to share with him as he was growing, because I'm significantly older than he, that he would have something concrete. And so I started writing things down. I started making lessons. Okay, I started journaling. If nothing else, start journaling. All right, write down during the day. Not, you know, like, you know, I went to the, you know, the restaurant and I saw Steve Smith there at the restaurant. You know, who cares about that? Write down significant things that happened during your day and your thoughts about them and how it improved you, or something that happened on the negative side of the balance sheet, and write it down. This way, you'll have a little history and you can see how far you've come, how far you have to go. And one of the other things, and I call these, you know, my certain pages, my talk thoughts. Hello, McFly, Alzheimer's. I call them my talk thoughts. And in my talk thoughts, I write down all sorts of things like that. And sometimes, if you're stuck on an idea, you go back and you look at those and you say, aha. It's kind of the same thing as, you know, when you want the infinite mind to help you with some subconscious thought, you know, there's stuff in there, but you can't bring it out. Like you're trying to remember the name of somebody, you know, from yesteryear when you were in the 3rd grade. What was that guy's name again? What was that kid's name again? He was the one who's always crying. Okay, you're trying to remember the name. The point is, this is sort of a quick way to get your subconscious going again, because you can't remember everything, and you write it down, you have a record of it, you go back, and if it's not the very idea you're looking for, frequently it's a spark that will create the fire for the new idea that you're looking for. Make sense? Next one he has is affirmations. All right, now I believe in affirmations to a degree, but rather than use affirmations as I preach from this pulpit so many times, give yourself some quiet thinking time. During that quiet thinking time, have a period where you say things that you're grateful for. Find a minimum of 20 things every single day that you're grateful for. Your son, your job, your health insurance, your the fact that you're working, your spouse, your friends, electricity, orange juice. I mean, there are so many things to be grateful for. And when you do that, it gets your attitude in the right space. Okay, instead of being one of those people that is like, sour all the time. It is a way, you don't want to be that way. You want to be positive. Start off with that. Now that's part of your quiet thinking time. The next part of your thinking time sort of takes the place of the affirmations. It's the visualization process of achieving your burning desire. See yourself doing it. Feel it, smell it, taste it, touch it. Feel like you've already achieved it. All right, that's my version of affirmations. All right, it's the saying, you say it over and over again, fine. If you visualize it though, make it deeper, make it inside. Make it inside. All right. Fourth one, reading as many books as you can. You want to set aside a certain amount of time every day for your education. You always want to be learning. And it doesn't have to be on your particular area, that you want to become your expertise. It can be fiction, it can be nonfiction, it can be a video. Set aside certain times where you are implanting, I don't know if that's a word, planting seeds in your head about different stuff. Gives you different ideas, gives you different perspectives, gives you different paradigms. The person that is the most creative has a whole bunch of different paradigms that they embrace, that they can reach out to, that they can understand, and they can see something from somebody else's perspective, somebody else's point of view, and they say, if I did this, then he and I or she and I would be in agreement on the basics, and we can work from there. I mean, that's one aspect. Another aspect is, if I did this, I might be able to achieve that. You get ideas that way. As an example, just a real dumb example, if you ever watch the show Star Trek, where they energize, someone's going to come up with the idea of how to actually do that someday. And take the molecules and and you're on a different planet. That's how ideas get born. You read things. They don't have to be your original ideas. You can take them and grow with them. And the way you do that is by exposing yourself to different educational materials. Reading is my favorite way to do it. But in addition to reading, I also watch videos and attend seminars and things of that nature. You want to do those types of things because you want to give as much information in here that will enhance your creativity. Which leads us to investing in yourself, which is pretty much what we just talked about in terms of, going to seminars and finding a mentor for yourself. Find people that are going to help you to move forward. Once again, we always talk about the people that, the 5 people in your orbit the most. You're going to take things away from them, so choose carefully who you want those people to be. And if you can choose somebody that is, up here, that's a great thing because it gives you something to aspire to. On the other side of that is if you are, of the 5 people that you hang around with, the smartest person, guess what? You need to find new people. You need to find somebody smarter than you. You don't want to be the smartest person in the room. You want to be somebody that is able to learn. It's good to be a teacher. It's good to share. But in addition to that, you also want to have people around you that you're able to draw ideas, inspiration. There we go. Inspiration and passion. If you're the smartest person in the room, it's difficult to find passion. But if you see somebody else and they're doing great things, you say to yourself, wow, that's what they are achieving. I can achieve something similar, or I can achieve something better, or I can piggyback off that idea and do something even more valuable for society. You follow what I'm saying? 6th point, being brave. Be brave, courageous, and bold. I think that's from a song someplace, but it's really true. One of the things you have to recognize is there are people out there, there are mentors out there that are looking for mentees. They're looking for people that they can pass along their knowledge to. And one of the things that, and trust me, I've had 6 or 7 mentors, and they're always looking for somebody that has, what do they say in basketball or baseball, the tools, all right, that has the attitude, that has the wherewithal, you know. Don't be one of these guys, you know, it's like, you know, a suck up, a kiss butt, okay, for lack of a better way of saying it. That's not what you want to be. What you want to be is someone that's sincerely interested in achieving something similar to that particular mentor, and acquire some of the skills where that mentor can say, you know what, this is what they all say. I can see myself in him. I can see myself in her. That's what they want. That's how you find a mentor. So you have to have some sort of skills, you have to have some sort of attitude, and a really, you know, if nothing else, one way to do it is walk up to somebody you admire, you know, that you want to have as a mentor, and say, you know, I really want to do some of the things that you're doing. I'd be willing to work for you for free for a certain length of time in return if you would teach me. You know, it's kind of like, you know, the old days where the blacksmith had, you know, somebody where they were teaching that person to become a blacksmith, an apprentice. There's the word I'm looking for, to become an apprentice. All right. So if you're willing to give and not take, as far as, you know, monetary is concerned, and you can find a person, say, I'm willing to help you to do this. I'll do the little things. I'll do anything. I just want to learn from you. I want to suck up some of that knowledge. You know, and be sincere when you do that. But once again, acquire some skills, be brave in approaching people, because people that are, you know, at that level, they do want to help you. Believe it or not, they do want to help you most of the time. Most of the time. And the final thing that our author gives us is connecting with more people. And when we say connecting with more people, it's like building a network. Build a network of people that have different skills, different abilities, different interests. You'd be surprised. Once again, you know how we talk about, you know, when you have that burning desire and you're driving down the road, as an example, you see a billboard that says something, and you'll connect that, what's on the billboard, to your burning desire, and you'll say, there's a connection there. There's a connection there. All right. Well, the more people you know that are excellent in a network at their particular skill, the more billboards you're going to pass, the more signs you're going to see, the more ideas you're going to have. And trust, you know, they're experts in their field, like you're theoretically an expert in your field, or if you're not, you're getting there. Find somebody, you know, keep adding people to your network that you can, where they can profit by you and you can profit by them. And once again, the other thing that happens is when you have successful people in your network, you're going to see that they're passionate about what they do, and that brings you back on track, because everybody goes into, you know, the ups and the downs. But when you see somebody is excited, when you see somebody is achieving, when you see somebody's passionate, that is inspirational for you, so that you will move forward in whatever it is, your burning desire, your endeavor, what you're trying to embrace, what you're trying to accomplish. Does that make sense? So you want to be able to extract energy. And the great thing about it is when you extract some energy from them, you're not diminishing, you're not taking anything away from them, you're just adding to your own energy. Okay. Once again, bottom line though, very simple. Don't ration the passion, fashion the passion. I'm Eli Stad.